Welcome back to Stitch with Schnitz, or welcome if you're just joining. If you've watched my previous videos, I did a monthly Stitchspiration video where I shared a project that I'm doing every month in a number of categories. I am going to try to at least start, if not finish, projects under those particular categories. So right now I'm going to share with you the results for the month of May. Now, the month of May was a little busy for me, and I am kind of dealing with some neck and shoulder problems with my doctor. So I wasn't feeling super great, so I wasn't able to get as much accomplished as I planned. But sometimes you need to really rest yourself and not overdo it if you don't want to really hurt yourself. So I did get a bunch of stuff done, so I thought I would share. So my goals are to work on a bunch of different types of projects. The first type is scrap. So you try to use up scrap yarn, sell. That is to make items to sell or test items to sell. Gift, I make a gift for someone, whether it's given that month or for the future. WIPs, works in progress, and then a new project. So let's get started. So in May, for my scrap project, I decided to try the pattern, which is the Stash Dive Scarf by Summer Lee. It is basically using size 10 needles, worsted weight yarn. You hold one strand of worsted weight and one strand of sock yarn, and you hold them together and you make a striped scarf. So let me show you how that went this month.
I painstakingly went through all of my scraps of fingering and worsted to come up with some combinations that I think I would like to make this scarf. The ones in the basket are ones that I'm definite on. You can see I've sort of got them paired up, like I've got this stripy fingering with the pale blue worsted. It almost looks like the same weight, but it's really not. So I kind of wanted to go with sort of muted earthy colors with throwing a little bit of like greens, blues, purples, browns, creams, um, just to kind of balance it out a little bit, but to add some interesting color. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to grab, like I'll try to space out the cream and the pinks, the purples, the blues, and just mix all the colors at different points together.
I seriously could not play yarn chicken more perfectly. Look at the end of this, the end of the row. Just enough to weave in the ends. This was another Jimmy Bean's wool, so 20 yards. 20 yards, I guess, is the perfect amount of the fingering weight, although I think this is actually lace weight now that I look at this. But that's exactly what you need for 10 rows on this. Awesome. Okay, just a little update on my scrap project. I have 3 days left in May, and I'm pretty much halfway through. Um, Here is my pile of already used fingering weight and already used worsted, unless I finished the whole ball. I'm working on these two colors right now. I believe this one I held double with another color to make a hippo, and this I had made years ago a little poncho for my niece when she was tiny. Um, yeah, this, according to the pattern, is about halfway done. And I have all of these other scraps. Don't mind the junk in the background. Yeah, and I'm not sure that the colors I have pulled out work. I'm not even sure if the ones I've used so far work. It's yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I think it would look really cute with some neutral clothes or something. So I'm trying to decide. I wasn't going to duplicate any of the yarns, but I think what I'm going to do is start reusing the colors I've already used, but mix them with different colors. So if I used, this green with this color before, I'm going to go with a gray or something. It'll make a completely different fabric. So yeah, because there's still a lot left on those little balls, and I really wanted to get rid of some stash. I love this yarn right here, but it's more, I think, an Aran or a heavy worsted, and it kind of bulges out. So I'm hoping when I block this, it'll kind of even out. But I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, that's where I am. So I didn't quite finish the pattern, but I got pretty close. I just wanted to make sure I point out that this is a free pattern, and I will, as usual, note it down below in the description if you would like to try to make it yourself. I really enjoyed this project. So far, I've gotten through a bunch of yarn. I'm surprised at how little actually I've gone through, but I do have a good sized scarf. So let me share what it looks like. So I started this one on May 13th and I got pretty far. I think I have anywhere from 5 to 10 stripes left. I think if I did 5, that should be long enough, but I might want to make it a little bit longer. I certainly have enough yarn. And apologies for the noise and the sound. I'm trying to speak as loud as I can. I did not want to put the mic on because I'm going to put the scarf on. And it seems like I've always I always do this in videos. I put my project on and I make all this noise with my mic. So hopefully it's picking up enough. If not, I'll redo this. But here is where I am so far. As you can see, I still have it on the needles. However, it's a pretty good length. Um, at at like kind of the halfway point, and I think I talked about it a little. I wasn't really sure. I was questioning some of the color choices. I tried to keep it in a certain family of colors, but I think I was trying too hard to be intentional with the colors. So I kind of changed things as I went because it's surprising how much different. Like if you put two yarns together, you think it's going to look a certain way, and it doesn't at all. So there was one yarn, I actually ripped it out because it looked way too bright with these colors. So I didn't like, it was like neon bright, and it stood out. So I undid that. But I think this would be so cute with something, like something like a denim shirt or a denim jacket, something like a just like a plain, white t-shirt under a denim jacket with this in the fall. I kind of love this actually. I think this will be something that I wear a lot. At the end, you seam this up and you do Kitchener stitch at the end when you finish. So this is closed off, but you have the option of just leaving it if you like it looking rolled up like that. But I think I'm going to finish it, do the finishing. So like I said, I think it's kind of hard to show the length here, but I think I may do, I was going to do like like 10, so that when I was about here, I think I decided I'm going to do 10 more. But now that I look at it, I might just do like 5 more. So I'm going to do this color, finish it up, and then probably do 4 more. So we'll see. I will show you in a video coming up. But this is as far as I got with this project. So that was my scrap project for the month of May. So next up is Sell. And I ran across a free pattern. Not only does it have a free video tutorial, but it also has a free written PDF pattern. Usually, at times, there'll be a free pattern on someone's blog or website, but if you want it like in a nice format, PDF printed, you have to pay for it, which I try to do, even if there's a video and I can make it from the video or from the blog notes, just to support the artists. But this one was completely free. There was nothing to pay at all, and it's absolutely adorable. It's the Jellyfish Babies pattern by All from Jade. I hadn't made a pattern from her before, but she's kind of legendary in um, crocheting amigurumis. So she has lots of wonderful patterns. The tutorial is absolutely fantastic. The video is so good. And they're so cute. And this is so fast and fun to make these. And they hardly take any yarn at all. This is the first one I made because, of course, I could not stop making these. Did you see this little guy? He's so cute. I used the Super Saver stripes in retro stripes from Red Heart. In another video I showed you my book blanket in the last monthly video I showed you that, and it's the same yarn I used for that. I was just playing around, but on this guy. Actually, no, this was my second one. So this one I did correctly. She has you do yarn unders instead of yarn overs. A lot of amigurumi, they like the look of a yarn under. When I made it the first time, out of habit, I completely forgot and I did yarn overs. But honestly, here was the first one I did. I don't think there's that much of a difference. In the stitches, and sometimes I think I like it better with the yarn overs anyway. I don't know. I don't think you can really tell um, too much. I don't know if you can see the stitch definition, but I don't know. It's funny because I'm a stickler. I usually like doing it exactly the way they tell you, and I didn't, but that was an accident. But these did not take long at all. Um, and what else did I want to say about this? I used a 3.5 millimeter hook, which was perfect. But she also has, and this one you do purchase, and I will purchase this and try this, but they have a mama jellyfish, and the underside of her is open, like this part that like you seam up on the baby is open, so you can put the baby jellyfish up inside the mama. So that would be such a cute gift for a child. I love this, and I'm going to make so many of these. I think they would make great little keychains if you got little keychains for them. I went to Ollie's. I don't know if anybody ever goes to Ollie's. It's like a discount place, like with sellouts. Joann's went out of business, so I think they bought all of their stuff. And they had this stuff, a ton of it, Juicy Couture, Luxe Velour, and it was like $2.50 or $2.99 or something a skein. So I bought a ton of it in tons of colors because and I have made a couple of amigurumi, and I'm like testing patterns with it. So I think next time I'm going to try this with the jellyfish in this yarn. It'll be a little bigger because that's supposed to be super bulky, although it feels like a bulky to me. But um, anyway, that's what I'm going to do with those. I'm going to try more. I'm going to make so many of those. I mean, if you have scraps, that would be a great scrap project to use up little scraps for the jellyfish. Love it. So cute. So try those out. Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out, 6 millimeter eyes. That's what I used. So that was my cell project for the month of May. So I actually think I'm doing a little better than I thought because I did complete my gift as well. That was a 6-day star blanket. Everyone's probably sick of me talking about that, but it is a super viral pattern and for a reason. It was my mom's birthday at the end of May, so I made a blanket for her. I started it on May 4th and finished it on May 14th. I took a break in between, so it wasn't 6 days, but I did finish it, and it's my favorite one yet. I'm just trying to get some of the details of this before I give this gift to my mama. This one took probably like 8 or 9 days to do, not a 6-day star. And the reason is I kind of put it down for a couple of days. I think I easily could have finished this one in 6 days. Just a little overhead view to get more of a shot of the 6-day star that I made for my mom, which I did in shades of orange because that's her favorite color. They're kind of reddish orange with some tans and creams mixed in. It's really kind of hard to get the color even with the natural light here. It's much prettier in person. I love to mix different textures and different colors of yarn. I do something different every other row, mixing in different textures, and some of these yarns are so soft and wonderful. I just love the look of it. It kind of creates a real rich, complex fabric, and I think it just makes this beautiful pattern even more beautiful. And it's just so fun to make because almost every row is different. Things change up, you change a color. It's worth weaving in all the ends. So I did have one fail, and that was in my whips. I didn't finish a whip. I did work on a whip, and the video I posted the other day, if you saw it, I showed my whip of another one of my Christmas scrap bears. So that's what I'm counting. Didn't get done, but had some progress made. So that was my whip for May. Short and sweet. And my new project starting new, um, was from a designer who I have so many patterns kind of bookmarked that I want to try. She does both crochet and knitting patterns, and she makes, I mean, everything's absolutely beautiful, but I absolutely love so many of the blanket patterns that she has on her site. It is called Mama in a Stitch. Again, I've bought so much yarn to make different blankets that are kind of like in my queue for her. Just absolutely gorgeous stuff. And this pattern is called the Painted Sky Throw. And it was inspired by the colors in the Lion Brand Mandala Ombre. And this one, which is like a brownish pink, and it's kind of almost a little purpley too, where the brown and pink meet. The yarn is stunning. The picture of the finished object on her site is beautiful, and it's very simple. It's free because it's such an easy pattern. It's basically alternating rows of garter stitch and stockinette, which, it's a simple pattern, but it really highlights the beautiful color changes. So I did start it. I did it in the baby blanket size because I like to have baby blankets on hand. This yarn is super soft. The colors are absolutely beautiful. And this is just great television knitting. So I got it started. It's one of those things that I just have around for a non-complicated project. Like I said, when I'm kind of doing something else, watching YouTube videos or watching TV, a movie, whatever, or like on a road trip. So we'll keep you posted on the progress with that. So that's it. That's everything from my SSGWN categories. I almost feel like I'm doing the dodgeball, dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dodge, or whatever. It's like the worst acronym ever. But that's what I have been working on for the most part in May. So I will see you again in June to do another monthly Stitchspiration and let you know what I did for all the categories in that month. So have a great summer. Hopefully I'll see you though in other videos before then.